Hello and welcome back to the Programming in C++ Part 2 series. In this video we're going to continue with Chapter 18, which talks about stacks and queues. So the exercise that we're going to do in this chapter is the last chapter for this series, but not the last video, of course. So before we start, go make sure you smash the like button, make sure you leave a comment, and most importantly, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. So the first exercise that we're going to go over in this video is going to be Programming in C++ Part 2, Programming Exercise 18-13. Alright, and in this video, or in this exercise, this chapter describes the array implementation of queues that use a special array slot called the reserve slot to distinguish between an empty and a full queue. Write the definition of the class and the definition of the function members of the queue design. Also write a program in main to test various options on a queue. Task 1, assignment operator overload. Task 2, copy constructor defined. Task 3, main.cpp test queue methods and methods front and back work correctly for task 4. So we also have task 5, method is empty queue and is full queue work correctly. So one thing we could do to start off, let's go back to chapter 12 and copy the main from chapter 12 or chapter 18 exercise 12 to here from top to bottom. It's the exact same one. Instead of retyping that up again, you'll get this. Just copy that, and once you do that, you can close that out. And if you need to pause it, go ahead and pause until you copy that into your main. Then let's go to our queues array, the header file. And here we left off, we're going to write the method definitions here. So it looks like line 40 or so. So let's see, type this pointer to array and hold. So let's start here with a template class type. So template class type. Then let's go class queue type. So brackets, put over public, and a colon, and come down and dent, and let's do the constructor queue type, and then type ampersand. Let's go operator equals constructor again, queue type, and type. Another ampersand, and let's semicolon right there, and let's take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Alright, so let's get back into it. We made a mistake at the top of this already that we will correct. So class type was correct, but let's go here. Let's highlight all this and just type void queue type, and colon initialize queue. Sorry about that. Retyping something that was already done. Bring that down to our brackets. Let's go queue front. front, and equals max queue size. Oh, gee, I spelled it wrong this way. Queue front max queue size -1, and queue front equals max queue size -1, or queue rear equals let's go. Queue rear equals max queue size -1. Good. Let's see, that's good for that one. Let's go to our next. Template class. Yeah, we gotta do template class again. Copy that. All right, so let's go int queue type colon is empty queue, and this is going to be a constructor. Curly braces. Let's go return queue front equals queue rear, or is equal to queue rear. Go ahead and finish that one. So again, might as well copy it right, huh? Do like this time. Temple int query int queue type again. It's going to be is full queue, and it's going to do, and again, constructor this time we're going to return two parentheses and go queue rear +1. Then let's go outside of this and do our percentage. Max queue size is equal to queue front. Alright, that one's good. Where's our void? We're going to copy this part here. Let's come down, paste that. So we got most of it right. So T-type add queue. Add queue, and then we'll type new element. Okay, curly braces, and we'll go if is full queue, up the function, and so curly braces again. Q rear equals Q rear plus 1. Then, so I did 2 again. Yeah, I should have did 2. Got the same thing. No, just 1. I don't need that one. Q rear equals Q rear plus 1. And percentage. And max Q size. Then let's go list and use our array brackets for Q rear. And this is going to equal new element. Alright, so else. I'm going to do an else here for this if. Else. Let's go cout. Cannot add to a full queue. And line. Alright, so there. So we got. Okay. So let's come down here. For our next function, I pasted what we just copied before, and this one is going to be delete queue. Change this to delete. Come down, curly braces, and same thing. Let's copy this too then. Copy this inside the brackets, paste it there. So we got if, okay, this is empty queue. Q and Q front. Equal Q front plus 1. Change our rear to front. And it's max Q size still. List Q front. Now it's not going to work here like that. So we don't need this part though. So let's delete this. And let's bring this bracket up 1. In our else, we're going to say cannot remove from an empty queue. Alright, so let's take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Alright, so let's go to our next function. Copy what we had. Oops, not that. Not that. No. God, uncopy that. Let's do this again. This function, and let's copy this function. It's slightly different, of course. This time we'll go type instead of void. Type is always capital T. And Q type, and we'll call this front. And it's going to be a constructor on the outside. Curly braces. Don't need to do that. Alright, now let's go here. Let's assert. And say is empty queue function. And put our semicolon there. And return list. Q front plus 1. Let's do like this though. Let's get parentheses inside the box. Q front plus 1. Then we'll do percentage on the outside. And max Q size. And then semicolon on the side of that. And then again, this time let's copy this. So we got tip by type, type Q side. This is going to be back. It's going to be a constructor as well. Let's come down with the curly brackets. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Now, in the back, we'll do the same thing. It's empty Q. Where's Q front 1? So that's going to be exact same as this. Otherwise, so I should have copied this too, but let's copy that and paste this. So assert is empty Q. Return last quarter. So we'll make this front rear. Alright. And everything else will be the same. Alright, so let's go down to the next one. Forget to take that off. Delete the constructor on this one, so let's do this. Let's copy over this. Alright, so got that copied. So this one is going to be Q type. Yeah, let's do Q type. Q type. And integer will be Q size. Integer Q size. And let's go brackets. Did I do something wrong here? Yeah, got extra type in there. So let's take that out. Q type. There we go. Alright. So now let's go if Q size is less than or equal to 0. So we're going to see out size of the array to hold the Q. So let's go size of the array to hold the Q. Far away over there. Hold the Q. So must. Let's continue on the next line. Be positive. And let's go ahead and line. And let's see out. Creating an array of size 100. Hundreds, and we'll end right there. Alright. Then we got max Q size. It's going to make it 100. Then for this if, let's do an else. And let's say max Q size equals queue size. Okay, so that sets max queue size to queue size, and let's do queue front. And that equals max queue size minus 1. Put my equals in there, did I? Nope. Career, do the same thing. And let's go. Let's list. List. Let's go to list. Equals new. Type, and let's go max queue size, which is 100. So there we go. Alright, so that one, where these, copy this, good. For the next function, copy that. Some room to work there, buddy. Let's go. Oh, so template class type, Q type. This time we're going to be Q type, just like that. And let's add this tilde. There we go. And destructor is there. Constructed it, now we're going to destruct it. So let's delete. Oops, nothing in that box. The list. And let's come down again. Template type, class type, constructor, or Q type. Let's make this constructor. Q type, ampersand. Don't need these this time. Q type, Q type. Don't need that. And let's go. Now let's use our colon, operator equal. And let's go with our constructor, Q type, type, ampersand, and other Q. Alright, and let's do our brackets. Curly braces, that is. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Alright, so now let's go if this, so this first is not equal to ampersand other Q. So this is void self copy for that. So let's go max Q size equals other Q size dot max Q size. Other Q dot max Q size. Then Q front will equal other Q dot Q front. And q rear, other q dot q rear. And let's delete list. And list equals new. And then type max list. That's not right. Max queue size. Semicolon. Then let's go if queue front is not equal to queue rear. And then let's go for int j equals queue front plus 1. And then let's use our percentage max queue size. And j is less than or equal to q rear. Okay. And that parentheses should have been left at. Okay, no, we're not done. That's why we'll carry this with us. Semicolon here. Let's go. Yeah, we can indent this. So let's go. There and go. J equals another parenthesis start. J plus 1. And then outside the parentheses, let's use our percentage and max queue size. Where did you go to? Just one more. There we go. Now let's go here. That's that for sign. Then we'll indent and go list. J will equal other q dot list j. Then that'll end this if here. And that's to return this. Go. And let's go to, I don't remember what I copied, but I'm going to paste whatever it is again. Alright, good. Template, QType, type, QType. This time we got constructor. And QType type. And let's go ampersand other type. Other Q. Return. Q. Let's go curly braces. Let's go max Q size. It's going to equal other Q dot max Q size. Then Q front is going to equal other Q dot Q front. And Q rear is going to equal other Q dot Q rear. Now let's list again. So list equals new type and max Q size again. Now we'll do, let's see, another if. Let's say Q front is not equal to Q rear. I'm going to say for int j equals Q front plus 1 and then let's use our percentage max Q size and let's semicolon and go J is less than or equal to Q rear. And then let's come on down and we'll indent, continue this going. Actually, let's say J equals J plus 1. Another percentage in here, max Q size, and let's close out the parentheses, and then let's go list J. Oops. So list J, and it's going to equal other Q list J. Okay, so that's going to copy that, and let's see. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. All right, so let's go ahead and bring this up. And let's take a quick look at this one. We started stick 30, started right here, 39, right method definitions here. So that's line 39 through 55. Pause if you need more time. 56 to 71. Going down, 72 through 88. 89 through 105 and 106 through 120 and 121 to 137 and line 138 to 152, and we're at the bottom of the code. Alright, so let's go ahead and try to run this, and we'll run back and show you the main in case you for some reason couldn't copy it. See if we got everything we need. That was a little. So, what's it telling us? 135. 135 has to be in the header file. So, it looks like I'm missing the parentheses. Great. Bring this down. 135. I don't see where it says that. Q front plus. Oh, I didn't ship the Q point plus. I believe it is Q front plus. Oh, I left out the 1. Okay, so 135, line 135, make sure you put plus 1 there. I don't know how I got that, but it happens. Let's go back and run it again. This looks more promising. And there it is. LEQ is not empty from element 5. So that's what we were looking for. So let's calculate this and let's check out our main where that calculates. Alright, so main, here's 1 through 18. If you weren't able to copy it from exercise 18-12. So here's line 19 to 35. Make sure you pause it or rewind it as needed. Line 36 to 52. And line 53 to the bottom. And there you go. We'll slow roll it one more time. And there we have it. All right, let's check out our companion. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we got that one correct. So that's all good. And all right, so that's it for programming exercise 18-13. Hopefully the sound is back on this one. I know what happened to the last couple, but all right, let's go ahead to our next exercise, which is going to be programming in C++ part 2, programming exercise 18-14. In this exercise, let's see, we're going to write the definition of the function move north front or nth front that takes as a parameter a positive integer n. The function moves the nth element of the Q to the front. The order of the remaining elements remain unchanged. For example, suppose Q 5, 11, 34, 67, 43, 55, and n equals 3. After a call to the function move nth front, Q 34, 5, 11, 64, 43, 55. Okay, so that's okay. Move 34 to the front. Got it. Okay, add this function to class QType. Also write a program in main.cpp and to test your method. This one's going to be new. We're not going to reuse that program again for main. So task 1, method move nth front correctly implemented. Task 2, Q and method move nth front is tested in main. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's start with our header function this time. We're going to do the main. Let's go and see what we need to do here, where they left off, where they want us to add and Q's as array. So looks like, yeah, we're going to be doing destructor. There we go. To do right implementation for move nth front. So let's start here, and we're going to need this part, of course. Check it off. Let's do more copying and pasting. So let's see. Then let's go down to void. Then we'll do that QType. And then type. Then colon move nth front. Okay, got that there already. And then the integer will be n. Let's go curly braces and let's do if n is less than or equal to 0. And or n is greater than count. So if it's less than 0 and higher than the number in the queue, you won't be able to do anything. See out of range. the value of n is out of range. Okay, and we'll go inline. Come on. Okay. Next, let's go else. And we'll use our brackets for this. So if count is equal to 0, out. The queue is empty. And let's go else for this one. Integer ind will equal q front plus n minus 1 then percentage max queue size. Okay, so keep going there. So type temp equals list ind, and go there and go semicolon. Then we got another if we'll need. Okay, I'm all over Git. So let's go if q front is less than or equal to n, ind that is, e, and then let's do 4, int j equals n, ind, j is greater than q front, j minus minus, and let's go list j equals list j minus 1. So now I need an else for this if, and let's say while, oops, while n is not equal to max queue size minus 1, let's go. If n is equal to 0, and we'll say list n, and then equals list max queue size minus 1. And equals max queue size minus 1. And let's use it else with this if. And say list n equals list n minus 1. And n minus minus. Okay. Alright, so we're... Let's just take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Alright, so let's go down. So this is... We need to do our 4, but with this outside the while. Outside the while. Yeah, let's go outside the while. And go 4. And int j, integer j, is going to equal I and b, with j is greater than q front. J minus minus. And then list j equal to list j minus 1. And semicolon. Then let's go here under this else, or this if, and let's go list q front equals temporary, or temp. Temp list. And we got those 3 in the diff, so that looks like all we need for this one. Let's find our start point again. Where's our to do? Down here, 190 something. Here you go. Right here, we started on line 193, so let me show it to you real quick. Pause if you need more time with it. 193 to 209. Scrolling down. 210 to 223. Going down. 224 to the end. Alright, we'll slow roll it for you for 196 again. Here we go for 192. Pause or rewind as you need. Alright, so that's our header file. Q as array. Now let's go jump in our main. And here, so it's slightly different, so we'll do it from type it up from scratch. So let's add or link our header file. Include q as array .h. There you have it. So we don't need anything else but to get into our main. And let's start with, let's get this. Alright, so let's start with variables. Let's go qtype. And integer, int, and q10, semicolon, let's do q dot add q and 23, and we'll copy these down. This one's 45. Just using the numbers in the instructions. Control V. Then we have 38, 22. Now here, let's go ahead and do a delete queue. So That's empty. Let's delete. Alright, now let's go back to the numbers. Next one's going to be 18, 42, 10, 27 and 5. Alright, now let's go here and go cout. Enter the position of the element. And let's go, oops, we move to the front. Let's go inline. So int position POS CIN POS and cout inline. Alright, so let's go Q dot move in front. And we'll use the position variable, call that function too, and cout Q. Semicolon there. Let's go while not Q dot is empty. Q. Let's use our brackets. And okay. Now let's go cout Q dot front. Then let's go space between those quotes, and let's try Q dot delete Q there. That's a function as well. So semicolon, and then let's go outside of the while and cout inline. All right, so here, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. I'll show you the code and we'll run it right after this. Actually, let's see if when you run this first, then we'll go back and check out the main once we got it to act right. Alright, so into the position of the element to be moved, let's say 3, like they did. And it moved 12, it was, they used 4, we used 3. But, got 22 up front. Alright, so let's go ahead and calculate that, and we'll show you the main. So let's go up top. There's 1 through 18, and line 19 through 35, and that's the end of the code. We'll slow roll it one more time. Remember, pause, rewind, whatever you need to do to see the cue or see the code. Alright, that's done. Back to the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's go see what we got. That's green, and that's green. So alright, so we passed the test. So that's it for programming exercise 18-14. So let's go on to our next exercise, which is going to be programming in C++. Part 2, programming exercise 18-15. Here, write a program that reads a line of text, changes each uppercase letter to a lowercase letter, or to a lowercase, and places each letter both in a queue and onto a stack. The program should then verify whether the line of each text is a palindrome, a set of letters or numbers that is the same whether read forward or backwards. If the input text is a palindrome, the program should print the line of text you entered as a palindrome. And the input text is not a palindrome, the program should print the line of text you entered is not a palindrome. So task 1, stack used. Task 2, queue used. Task 3, correctly identifies palindromes. Task 4, currently identifies text that is not a palindrome. So the good thing about this one is, check that out, the stack is good. We don't have to change anything we just have to build the main. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into that. And use the others as reference. So first thing we need to do is our include statements. So we'll copy this part and we'll add string and we'll add C type. Then we'll link our header files. First one is my stack. Oops. .h. Did not show up, did it? And the other one is queues array. .h. Queues as array.h. Alright, and there. That's all we need for that. Let's go into our main. Move a few things around. And let's get busy. Right, so Q type character this time. CHR or char character. And this time the Q is going to be 200. And we'll use a good old copying. This time we're just going to change the Q to stack. Both locations. Alright. So string, call text, and integers will be len for length and I for integer. And we've got char called ch and a bool. Oops. A bool for is palindrome. Okay, and let's see what we got here. Just so let's see. So next, let's go ahead here and see out. Enter a line of text. Line and get line. We'll use CIN and text. Then let's use len equals text.length. There. And I equals 0. Let's go while I is less than len. CH equals text I. And stack that push. So let's go to upper. And then let's do a char in there, or ch in there. And let's go semicolon. And then q. Dot add q. Let's go to upper again. And a CH. Oops. And let's row inside there I++. Alright, so that while should be good to go. And let's go outside the while and let's do as is palindrome. Palindrome is going to equal true. And another while. Q dot is empty Q. Let's go curly braces. If stack dot top is not equal to Q dot front. Okay, and that's another function. So let's do these. Let's say this palindrome is flux. Okay, let's go break. All right, speaking of break, let's take a quick break right here. We'll be right back after this. All right, let's make a quick correction. This one should be not equal, so explanation point. There we go. So, yep. Let's go from here. Let's see. Go outside of this one. Outside of this if, and we'll go stack.pop. And Q.delete Q. Q. And then, let's see, let's go on over here. Let's put an if right here. If is palindrome. We're going to see out the line of text you entered is a palindrome. Then we go inline. Then we'll do is copy this because we know it's next. Else. And let's go over there. Say the line of text you entered is not a palindrome. And then we'll inline, and then we'll see out inline over here. And that should be a wrap for that. So, all right, so let's look at our main. Actually, let's run this, then we'll come back to look at it if it goes okay. Do you use any words? Race car. Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead and, oops. Calculate the grade, look at the mains, anything we had to do. So, like I said, if you need more time, just pause it or rewind it as needed. So here's the line 1 through 18. Going down, 19 is nothing there. So here's 20 through 36. Then there is 37 is nothing there. So 38 through 54. And then here is the bottom of the code. So let's slow roll it one more time. Pause it or rewind it as needed. All right, so there we go. Let's see what we did on our companion. So if these came to life for us. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. And that one passed. So all right, so we're good to go on those tasks. So that's it for this video. So that was Programming C++ Part 2, Programming Exercise 18-15. So thanks again for joining us. Make sure you smash the like button, leave a comment, and be sure that you're subscribed to the channel. All right, so we'll see you on the next one.